So today we will discuss about comprehension. Okay, so we have different types of comprehensions like a list comprehension, dictionary, and set comprehension. So do you have any idea about comprehension? Respond once in chat box. So is my voice is clear now? Yeah, very good. So do you have any idea about the comprehension? Anyone? Respond once. So why we are using comprehension? Yeah, very good. So to reduce the lines of code and we can create a new sequence by using the given sequence. Okay. And one more thing is we can also reduce the lines of code. Okay. So we can create a new sequence using a given Python sequence. Okay. So and also we can reduce the lines of code. Okay. So what are the types of comprehensions? So list comprehension, and then we have dictionary comprehension, and then set comprehension, and we have generators and iterators, right? Okay, convert this into markdown. Okay, so first we will discuss about the list comprehension. List comprehension. So the syntax for this comprehension is, so what is the syntax? Syntax. So the syntax is output variable, okay, output variable space loop followed by additions. Okay, this is the syntax. Okay. For example, write a program to print 1 to 10 natural numbers. So how can you do this? Respond in chat box. How can you print 1 to 10 numbers in general? So how can you print 1 to 10 natural numbers? Respond once in chat box. Yeah, by using for loop, right? So by using for loop, you can say for I in range of 1 to 11. Okay. So you'll print 1 to 10 natural numbers by using for loop like this, right? Okay. So how many lines of code you have written here in order to print 1 to 10 natural numbers? Yeah, very good. 2 lines, right? So we can do this in a single line by using the comprehension. Okay. So how can you do this? So the what is the syntax? So syntax is output variable. So output variable here I am taking as I. Okay. Followed by loop. So what is our loop? So here I want to print 1 to 10 numbers, right? So here I am using for loop for I in range of, okay. So here I am giving 1 to 11. Okay. So here we are not using any condition because we are not printing either even numbers or odd numbers or like that. So just we want to print 1 to 10 numbers. So here I am not giving any condition. Okay. Simply the syntax is output variable followed by the loop. Okay. So execute this. Okay. So here it is printing the 1 to 10 numbers in which format? List format, because this is the list comprehension. Okay, we are giving this inside the list, right? Is it clear to all of you? Please respond. Yeah, like this you can also use this for strings as well. For example, if you want to print each character from the word hello, how can you print? So for suppose, let us say I am taking a string like hello. I want to print each character from this string. How can you do this? Okay, so for each character, yeah, very good. So ela chestar dinni. So for each character in given string, hello. Okay, so we want to print each character, right? So print character. Here I am giving n equals to some space. Okay, so like this. So you can also do this by using comprehension, a list comprehension. So how can you, yeah, for character in string hello. Okay, so this is giving like this output like this. Okay, write a program to print even numbers in the range of 1 to 50. write a program write a program to print even numbers in the range of 1 to 50. So I want to print even numbers in the range of 1 to 50. So how can you write this program? Okay, you are using so in general, how can you write this? So by using for loop, right? So for example, for I in range of 1 to 51, here I am taking because I want to print numbers in the range of 1 to 50. Okay, so what is the logic? If I mod 2 is double equals to 0, it is a even number, right? So I want to print this even numbers. So here I am taking another list, that is even empty list. Okay, so whenever I got an even number, I want to add this to even list. Okay, so how can you add a element to a list? What is the method? Append, very good. So by using append, I want to add this even numbers to the even list. Okay, so after this I want to make use of print statement, print of even. Okay, so like this you can print the even numbers in the range of 1 to 50. Okay, by using for loop. So let us now we will see how to print even numbers in the range by using list comprehension. Okay, so what is syntax is output variable followed by our loop. What is our loop? For I in range of 1 to 51. Okay, so what is our condition? If I mod 2 double equals to 0, then it is a even number, right? So I am assigning this to some even. Okay, so and then I am printing the even numbers, print even. Okay, so completed all of you up to now. So next we will discuss a dictionary comprehension. So if you want to write your code inside a dictionary and you want to print output also in the dictionary format, then you can make use of the dictionary comprehension. Okay, dictionary comprehension. If you write our code inside a dictionary and output is printed in dictionary format. Then it is called as dictionary comprehension. Okay, write a program to print squares of the given number by using this in the dictionary format. So let us take numbers and then its squares. So I want to print numbers like this. Okay, so numbers followed by its squares. 1 colon 1 square 1, 2 colon 2 square 4. Okay, 3 colon 9, 4 colon 16, and 5 colon 25. Okay, so I want to print like this. So how can you write a program for this? So anyone respond in chat box? So for suppose we want to print this in this dictionary format, right? So for this I am taking again a for loop. Okay. So for in normal we will do this by using for loop, right? So for I in range of, so 1 to 6 here I am taking because I want to print up to 1 to 5. Okay. So for I in range of 1 to 6. Okay. So initially I'm taking an empty dictionary. So how to create the empty dictionary? Respond in chat box. How to create an empty dictionary? So you can also create by using a dict method is there, right? So it is also used to create a empty dictionary. Okay, so here I am creating by using a dict method. Okay, so after creating empty dictionary, so in this dictionary I want to add numbers as well as its squares. So how can you write the code? So I want to add numbers and then its squares to this dictionary D. So how can you write the code? Respond in chat box. Anyone respond? Do you know or not? Respond once. Say yes or no. So in meeting, total 145 members were there. Anyone respond? So are you following all of you? Yeah, okay. So how can you add these numbers to dictionary? You don't know. Okay, no problem. So I want to add these numbers to dictionary. Okay. So D of I. So DFI returns what in dictionary format? If we access, yeah, very good. So in D of I, we have values, right? So in dictionary, we have both keys and value pair. Okay. Whenever you are accessing D of I means here I starts from D of 1, D of 2, and so on. So these are in D of I, values are stored. So I am storing values as I into I. Okay. So in D of I means in keys, okay, keys is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and values is like 1 into 1, 2 into 2, and so on. Okay, it's squares. Okay, so are you got this point? Do you got this point? So d of I equals to I into I means in values we are storing I into I means it's a squares. At the same time here we are giving keys as 1 to 5 values. Okay, is this clear to everyone? So here I'm printing a dictionary. Okay, so the values are printing like this. Okay, 1 colon 1, 2 colon 4, and 3 colon 9, so on. Okay, so is this clear to everyone? Respond once in chat box. Yeah, okay. So now we will see how to do this same program by using the comprehension, right? Okay. So what is the syntax? So the syntax is same. So output variable followed by loop followed by condition. So here while giving output variable, here I am giving, okay, I colon I into I means number colon a square of the number. Okay. So I colon I into I for I in a range of the range of so 1 to 6. Okay, so here this I am assigning this to some dictionary D1. Okay, I'm printing a D1. Okay, so in, actually you are doing this in the 3 lines of code, whereas if you are using comprehension you are able to do this in single code. Means here we are reducing the lines of coding by using the comprehension. Okay, completed all of you up to now. Respond once in chat box. So next we will discuss the set comprehension. Okay. So what is the uses of set when you are storing the values in the sets? So in which situations you are going to store your data in sets? Yeah. Okay. So sets allows set does not allows duplicates, right? Okay. So if you want to store only unique type of data, then you can store in the sets by creating a set. Okay, right? So here we will discuss set comprehension. Okay. So for example, here I am taking values like this 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I am taking values like this. So if you're creating a set, okay, so how can you store these values inside a set? So my question is, okay, how can you add these elements inside a set? Respond anyone? set of L. So set of L by using here, if you see, so here in data we have duplicates, right? So here we have two fours and two threes and two fives, but whereas in set L, okay, we have only unique elements, okay, right? So I want to print only odd numbers from this list, okay, into the set. I want to add only odd numbers from this list into a set. How can you do this? Respond. So this is fine, but I want to add only odd numbers from this list into a set. Okay. So from this list of elements, I want to add only odd numbers. Yeah, by using condition if. Okay. So and one more thing, what we have to take. Yeah, we have to take for loop, right? Okay. So for each element in the list, okay, so I want to add only odd numbers. So what is the condition? If I mod 2 not equals to 0, then I want to add this odd numbers to the set. So how can you add the number to a set? What is the method? So what is the method to add a single element to a set? Respond. So can you use add? So s dot add. So here we are using s dot add of, okay, I means here we are adding this to some set s. So before this, create an empty set. So how can you create? By using a set method, okay. So after doing all of this, I'm printing a set of values, okay, set of only odd numbers from this set. Okay, is this clear to everyone? So let us see how can you do this by using the set comprehension. So if you want to print 1, 2, 3 values, okay, from this list, how can you do this? So I am taking this list again. So by using a set comprehension, I want to print only odd numbers from this list. Okay. So here I'm using curly braces. Okay. Okay. So output variable. So my output variable is I am taking as I. Okay. So for each element in the list L, so I want to print only odd numbers. Okay. So output variable followed by loop followed by condition. So what is the condition? So if I mod 2 not equals to 0, then only we will get odd numbers, right? So this is a condition. So s equals to s. Here I am printing yes. Okay. So you can do this program in a single line again by using set comprehension. Completed all of you? Okay, very good. So do you have any doubts up to now? Respond once. So in comprehension, dictionary, list and set comprehension, do you have any doubts up to now? So next we will discuss iterators and generators. So why we are using iterators? Iterators and generators. So first we will discuss about iterators. Okay. So why we can use the iterators? So any idea? Any idea? Say yes or no. To process the loop. Okay. So same as for loop. Okay. So we can also iterate the objects by using the iterators. It's a work like same as for loop. But the difference is we can access elements as per our requirement. Okay. So we can access the elements as per our requirement by using iterators. In iterators, we have two methods called iter and next. Okay, in order to implement this process. Okay. So iterator in Python, iterator in Python is simply an object, that can be iterated upon. Okay. So this is same as for loop. But difference is you can access elements as per our requirements. Okay, so in iterators we have two methods, iter and next. Iter and then we have next. Okay, so this iter is used to iter method. Okay, it is used to create iterator object. Used to create iterator object. Okay, and then we have next method. So the next is used to it will return only one element at a time. Okay, so we can access the elements from a iterator by using this next. It returns one element at a time. So it iterates through the all items of the iterator. Iterate through all the items, of iterator. So it will returns stop iterator exception. So whenever we are reaching the end of the data, it will return stop iterator exception. Will return stop iteration exception. When we reach end of the data. Okay. So in for loop, how can you print the elements? Like for I in range, using a range function, right? For example, let us say I want to print 11 to 20 elements. Okay. So you are printing elements like this by using for loop, right? So you can also do this by using iterator. Okay. So here I am using comprehension. So observe carefully. So for I in a range of, so for I in range of 1 to, for example, 11 to 21. Okay. So for I in range of 11 to 21, here I am creating list. Okay. So if you want to access a particular element, okay, from this list, you can do this by using the iterator concept. Okay. So for example, in order to do this, so print L and equals to space. Okay, and equals to space. Okay, so here I am creating a iterator object for this list L. Okay, so by using what I am doing here is by using list comprehension, I am created a list, for example, for 11 to 20 numbers. Okay. After this, I am creating a iterator for this by using iter method. Okay, so how to create by using iter of L. So it will create a iterator object. Okay, so I am assigning this to L iter equals to iter of L. Okay, L iter equals to iter of L. In this step, we are creating iterator object. Okay, so L iter. So here iterator object is created, okay, in some memory location. Okay, so if you want to access the element from this by using this iteration concept, what is the method? So the next method will return say one element at a time. So next of, so what is our iterator? So L iter is our iterator, right? So you can access the elements by using the next method. Okay, so in the first time you are accessing only 11 from this list. If you want to access 12 again, okay, so you can use this method. Okay, Like this, you can access the elements from the list by using this iteration concept. Okay, so it is just like for loop, but the difference here is we can access the elements from the list by using next method. Okay, so completed all of you up to now. So all of you complete this. So okay, completed, right? So next we will discuss the generators. Okay. So any idea about generators? So in functions, we are using a return, right? And sometimes if you want to return the output from the function, okay. So let us say if you want to print even numbers and odd numbers, you can write a function to return only even numbers from in the given range. Okay. So wherever you are using yield in place of return, that is considered as a generator. Okay, so any function which contains at least one yield is considered as a generator. Okay, so it is also written an object which we can iterate over. Okay, so the uses for this generator is it is easy to implement and it is memory efficient. Okay, is it clear to everyone? So it returns an object which we can iterate over. Okay, so in place of return we will use yield. So any function which contains at least one yield is considered as generator. Okay, so the uses for this is easy to implement, and memory efficient. and then generate are always used in combination with the iterators. Generators are always used in combination of iterator. Combination with an iterator. Okay. For suppose here I am writing a sample function. Okay. So def first space. So how can you write a function by using def keyword, right? So def first space function name here I am taking as sample. Okay. Here first I am taking n equals to 1. Okay. And in place of return here I am using yield of n. Okay. So here I am using yield of n, and then here I am using n plus equals to 1, means I am incrementing the n value by 1, and then I am again writing yield of n. Okay, so what this function does, anyone respond? So ఈ ఫంక్షన్ మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము? So what this function does, anyone respond in chat box? Increment and return. Increment. So what is the output for this? Any so basically what we are trying to print here in this code, what we are trying to print? So what we are printing here, anyone respond? So here we are printing only, does not print. So here we are trying to return 1 and 2. Okay, n is 1, and then n value is incremented by 1, and then we are writing yield, means here we are trying to return the numbers 1 and 2 from this code. Okay, so here I am using, so this is considered as a generator, because here instead of a return we are using yield. Okay, so yield and so any function which have at least one yield is considered as a generator. So this is a generator. So how can you access this values 1 and 2 from this generators? By using, you can also use a for loop. So for I in sample, here I am printing I. Okay, so 1 and 2. So this is a generator. Okay. So write a program to find out square of a given number by using this generator. Square of a given number. So write a program to write So write a program to find out to print the square of a given number. by using this generator concept. So first write a function. So write a function which returns the square of a given number. So here I am taking, so def space gn means it is a generator. So def space gn of n, generator of n. Okay, so I want to print the square of a given number, right? Okay, so I want to take input from the user. So how to take input from the user? By using input method, right? So input, enter a number, enter a number. Okay, so by default how data is stored in input function. So input function యూస్ చేసి మనం డేటా అనేది యూజర్ నుంచి తీసుకుంటే బై డిఫాల్ట్ డేటా అనేది ఏ ఫార్మాట్ లో రిటర్న్ అవుతుంది మనకి? Respond. By default, yeah, very good. So it is a string format. So by default మనకి ఇది నెంబర్ అనేది string format లో ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఓకేనా. సో ఫర్ సపోజ్ ప్రింట్ n. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి 67 అని తీసుకున్నా. సో ఇలా వచ్చేసింది కదా మనకి. సో ఇక్కడ మీకు టైప్ ఆఫ్ n అనేది కూడా ప్రింట్ చేయండి. సో ఇక్కడ టైప్ ఆఫ్ n అని ఇస్తే మనకి ఏమైంది? సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ద స్ట్రింగ్ ఫార్మాట్. సో బై డిఫాల్ట్ మనకి ఇన్పుట్ మెథడ్ యూజ్ చేసి ఓకేనా, మనం ఇన్పుట్ తీసుకుంటే యూజర్ నుంచి స్ట్రింగ్ ఫార్మాట్ లో ఉంటుంది. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి మ్యాథమెటికల్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అప్లై చేసేటప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు కన్వర్ట్ దిస్ ఇంటూ ఇన్పుట్ ఇంటూ ఇంటీజర్. సో హియర్ ఐఎమ్ కన్వర్టింగ్ మై ఇన్పుట్ ఇంటూ ద ఇంటీజర్. సో ఇప్పుడు చూడండి అగైన్ ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్. సో ఇక్కడ ఏమైంది? ఇప్పుడు ఇంటీజర్ లో కన్వర్ట్ చేసేసాం కాబట్టి బై యూజింగ్ ఇంట్. సో ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇంటీజర్ అనేది టైప్ రిటర్న్ అయిపోయింది. ఓకేనా, సో ఇది ఈస్ క్లియర్, రైట్? క్లియర్, ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ రెస్పాండ్. సో బై డిఫాల్ట్ ఇన్పుట్ ఫంక్షన్ మనకి ఇన్పుట్ అనేది స్ట్రింగ్ ఫార్మాట్ లో తీసుకుంటుంది. క్లియర్ ఆర్ నాట్? రెస్పాండ్. Yeah, basics are very important. Okay, if you in order to write your own code for your program, so these basics are very important for you. Okay, so okay, good. So next here I am writing a generator. So def space a generator. So gen of, here I am taking function name as gn. So n. Okay, so I want to print the square of a given number, right? So what is the code to find out the square of a given number? Yeah, n single star means multiplication, right? So square means 2 square or 3 square, like that. Means in power we have 2. Okay, so what is the operator? Double asterisk. So here I'm using while true, while true, so here double star means power. In power we are giving 2, means it is a square of a given number. If you want to print a cube in power, we have to put 3, right? N cube, like that. Okay, so here I am writing yield of n. Okay, so here it is returning nothing. Okay, So we will have to create a object for this. Okay. So g equals to gen of n. Okay. And then here I am using next function, next of g. Okay. So for example, here I want to print 8 square. Okay, which is nothing but 64. It is returning 64, 8 square. So next we'll discuss generator comprehension. Okay. So you can also create a comprehension with the generators. Okay. So for suppose here I am taking a list of numbers like this, 4 and 5. Okay. So for this I want to create a comprehension. So here I am printing again squares for this. Okay. Sorry, I want to print cubes for this time. So I double star 3 means I cube, right? So I cube. So output variable followed by loop. So for I in range of L. Okay. So for this I'm assigning to some G, and then I'm printing this G. Okay. So generator object is created. So here generator object is created, right? So in order to access any element from this generator, you can also use the for loop. So for I in generator, so print I. Okay. So here we are printing the cubes of a given number, 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, and so on. Okay. So yesterday I have given you a program, right? How many of you completed the yesterday program? So on files, I have given you a program. So write a program. So completed all of you up to now. Respond once. So okay, very good. So how many of you completed yesterday program? Yesterday Miku write a program to print special characters found from a file. So and the one complete చేశారు ఇది. So anyone completed this? Say yes or no. Respond once. Completed. Okay. How many of you completed? So write a program to print only special characters count from a file. Okay. సో అందరూ కంప్లీట్ చేశారా? ఎవరికైనా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలా? రెస్పాండ్ వన్స్. So anyone want to explanation for this program? Respond once in chat box. So okay, explanation. Okay, so okay, no problem. So first ఏం చెప్పాం మనం? Write a program to print a special characters count from a file. Right? So here I am creating a file. Okay, so open off. So how to create? So some sample file I am creating, sample1.txt. Okay, here I am creating sample1.txt in R mode. Okay, so in read mode I am opening a file by using, okay, here I am assigning this to some f. Okay, సో ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం? రీడ్ మోడ్ లో ఓపెన్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో మీన్స్ ఆల్రెడీ ఫైల్లో సమ్ డేటా ఉంటే కనుక ఆ డేటాని రీడ్ చేసి అండ్ దెన్ వీ వాంట్ టు ప్రింట్ ద డేటా. ఓకే, సో అసలు ఆ డేటాలో ఏముంది, నెక్స్ట్ ఆ డేటాలో స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఏమున్నాయి, సో మనకి అసలు ఫైల్ అనేది క్రియేట్ అయిందో లేదు చూద్దాం. సో ఈ స్టెప్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయండి. సో ఇక్కడ ఏముంటుంది? నో సచ్ ఫైల్ ఆర్. ఓకే, సో మనకి శాంపిల్ లో టీఎక్స్టీ ఫైల్ ఉంది కదా ఎస్టర్డే. సో దీనిలో సో ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ సంథింగ్ మాన్యువల్లీ. సో మీకు కోడింగ్ తో ఎలా రాయాలి కూడా చూసాం కదా. సో రైట్ మోడ్ లో ఓపెన్ చేసి యూ కెన్ రైట్ ఆర్ యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో అపెండ్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ నేను ఎలా రాస్తున్నాను అంటే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూడండి, ఐఎమ్ లెర్నింగ్ సో పైథాన్. సో ఇక్కడ పైథాన్ స్పేస్, ఇక్కడ స్పేస్ ఇవ్వకుండా @ ఇచ్చాను. ఓకేనా, so this is one line and another line I am writing as so thanks లో ఇక్కడ మనం n. ఓకే, సో ఇలా ఇచ్చాను నేను కోడ్. ఓకేనా, or take a new file sample.txt. Okay, so for example sample1.txt here I am taking and opening in w mode. Okay, f equals to, so how can you write f dot write off? So I am writing like this. Okay, /n followed by this. Okay, f dot write and then f dot close. Okay, so here simply I am creating a file and I am returning something into a file. Okay, so ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం చేసాం, sample1.txt అనే ఫైల్ క్రియేట్ చేసాము. నెక్స్ట్ ఆ ఫైల్లో మనం ఏం చేసాం, డేటా అనేది రైట్ చేసాం. రైట్, సో నెక్స్ట్ మనం ఏం చేయాలి, ఆ ఫైల్లో మనకి యాక్చువల్గా ఎన్ని స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఉన్నాయో ఆ కౌంట్ కావాలని చెప్తున్నాం. సో మనం కౌంట్ కావాలంటే ఫస్ట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు రీడ్ అవర్ డేటా. రైట్, సో ఫర్ దిస్ I am opening my file in read mode. Okay, so data equals to f dot read. సో f dot read అంటే మనకి ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఫైల్లో ఉన్న ఎంటైర్ డేటా అనేది మనకి రీడ్ అయిపోతుంది. ఓకేనా, ఫైల్లో ఉన్న ఎంటైర్ డేటా. ఓకే, so for suppose if you want to print the data you can also print by using print statement. ఓకేనా, సో ఫైల్లో ఉన్న డేటా మొత్తం మనకి ఇక్కడ ప్రింట్ అయిపోయింది. సో బట్ మన ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏంటి, మనకి కౌంట్ అనేది ప్రింట్ అవ్వాలి, స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ కౌంట్. సో ఇనీషియల్లీ నేను కౌంట్ ఈజ్ 0 తీసుకుంటున్నా. ఓకేనా, సో స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ కౌంట్ అనేది ఇనీషియల్ గా 0 తీసుకున్నాము. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి, ఈచ్ స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. సో ఫర్ దిస్ ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ ఫర్ లూప్. సో ఫర్ ఈచ్ క్యారెక్టర్ ఇన్ ద డేటా, ఓకే, so for each character in the data, so how can you find out whether the given data is special character or not? So ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టరా కాదా ఎలా చెక్ చేస్తాము? సో is there any method? So for example, this is like a character, okay, so for each character in the data, so here I is a single character, A is a character, M is character, like that, okay. So for each character in the data, okay, so how can you add this, how can you check this character is special character or not? Respond in chat box. Is all now, okay, okay, is visit or is all, okay, okay, so very good. So if here I am using all num, okay, so all num returns true if the characters is either alphabet or number, okay, so all num returns true when the character is either alphabet or a number. So it returns false if the character is not a alphabet and not a number, right? Means it is a some special character. So here I'm using if the character dot is all num is double equals to false. So false means when it returns false if the given character is not a number and not a alphabet, okay, means it is like special character. And I'm checking another condition also, if the character is not equals to space. Count, here I am incrementing count value by 1, okay. So and after this I am printing count, printing the count of a special chars. Okay, completed all of you complete up to now. So anyone get the output? ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తుంది మనకి ఇంక్లూడింగ్ ఇక్కడ స్పేస్ కూడా ఇంక్లూడ్ చేసి స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ కౌంట్ 4 అనేది ఇచ్చింది కదా. సో ఈ కోడ్ లో మీరు మోడిఫై చేయండి, ఓకేనా. సో ఇక్కడ స్మాల్ మోడిఫికేషన్ ఉంది. సో మోడిఫికేషన్ చేసి ఓన్లీ అప్ టు బికాస్ స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ లో స్పేస్ కూడా ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇంక్లూడెడ్ యాజ్ స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్, రైట్. సో అందుకని మనకు కౌంట్ అనేది 4 అనేది వచ్చింది, ఓకేనా. So actually we want to conduct a quiz for you on files, okay. So do you have any doubts in today's class? Respond once. So ఎవరికైనా పేమెంట్ ఇష్యూస్ ఆర్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ ఇష్యూస్, సో రికార్డింగ్ సెషన్స్ మీకు షేర్ ఇస్తాము ఐదర్ వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ లో, ఓకేనా. సో వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ లో మీకు లింక్ షేర్ ఇస్తాము. సో నర్మదా మేడం చెప్పిన వీడియోస్ అన్ని మేడం షేర్ ఇస్తారు, ఓకేనా. సో నర్మదా మేడం, ఆర్ యూ దేర్ ఇన్ ద మీటింగ్? సో పేమెంట్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఒకసారి చెక్ చేద్దాము. సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఎవరిదమ్మా పేమెంట్ చెక్ చేయాలి, మిడ్స్ కాలేజా? సో So in MITS college, Munibabu. So D Munibabu. So payment success amma. So in MITS college, inke everiki check cheyali, respond in chat box. Gautami also success payment. So Hari Krishna. So Hari Krishna success, Hari Vardhan Reddy also success. Already. So చూడండి నేను అంతా డిస్ప్లే చేస్తున్న మిడ్స్ కాలేజ్ లో ఎవరెవరు పేమెంట్ సక్సెస్ అయిందో చూడండి. సో ఇంకా చాలా మంది మిడ్స్ లో పేమెంట్ చేయలేదు. సో పేమెంట్ లాస్ట్ డేట్ తెలుసా? సో మీకోసం సార్ ఆల్రెడీ ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసినట్టు గ్రూప్ లో కూడా మీకు మెసేజ్ చేశారు కదా ఆల్రెడీ. సో ఆ టైం లోపు మీరు పేమెంట్ అనేది కంప్లీట్ చేసేయండి సారీ, ఓకేనా? సో సార్ ఆల్రెడీ ధర్మేంద్ర సార్ మీకు పేమెంట్ గురించి మెసేజ్ కూడా మన గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టారు, ఓకేనా? సో గ్రూప్ ఫాలో అవ్వట్లేదా మీరు? సో గ్రూప్ లో సార్ ఏం పెట్టారు, జూన్ 10th అని చెప్పారు కదా. సో 10th జూన్ లోపు మీరు రిమైనింగ్ వాళ్ళు ఎవరైతే పేమెంట్ కంప్లీట్ అవ్వలేదో మీ అందరూ పేమెంట్ అనేది కంప్లీట్ చేయండి, ఓకేనా? ఓకే.